Today we're shooting creative studio portraits with a Holga film camera. Hey everyone, Sean here with Fotodiox.com and welcome back to Holga Week. Holga Week is the first week of October and it's a celebration of all things Holga. This is a Holga right here. It is a plastic medium format camera that's been around for a couple decades now and has been a huge part of the lo-fi artistic photography community. All sorts of photographers love shooting with Holgas, and we here at Fotodiox are no exception. So this week we've looked at the entire line of Holga cameras, we've reviewed the Holga Digital, we've gone outside and shot some outdoor portraits, and now we've taken the Holga to the studio and we're gonna shoot some creative portraits. For these portraits, we're going to be shooting with the Holga 120 CFN, and we're going to be using these two Fotodiox constant source LED lights. First off, we're going to be using the Dowlight Prismo Edition. This is a constant source LED tube light that has RGBW+T technology in it, so pretty much any color you can imagine, you can create. You can run the light off AC power or an optional battery like we're doing here, and what's great about this light is it's super portable. Throw the battery on, take it anywhere. Just hand it to a crew member and have them hold it wherever you need it in a scene. It does daylight and tungsten balance light, but it also pretty much creates any color of the rainbow. So a very versatile lighting tool. In this photo, we mounted two, one on the left and one on the right of our subject to create a really cool two-tone colored look. And in this photo, we used one light to light our subject, and the other light we gave to an extra crew member who walked behind the subject, and we did a long exposure photo by using the bulb mode on the Holga camera to create this really cool portrait with a light painting effect in the background. And these lights are great for light painting because they're so portable. You know, you can just grab them like a lightsaber and just move them wherever you need in a scene. With these next images, we used our Selfie Starlight Prismo Edition. This is a constant source LED studio ring light that's designed for people who want to shoot live video, or tutorials, and they just want a simple lighting setup. You know, they can mount their camera right here. There's a 1/4-20 mounting thread. And then they can adjust the colors of the light right here. And like the Dowlight Prismo Edition, this is also a Prismo RGBW+T light, which means any color you can imagine, you can create. With this image, we actually used two Selfie Starlight Prismo Editions, one in front of the subject to light their face, and the other behind them to add this cool halo effect. And you can see as we zoom in on the subject's eyes, you can actually see the reflection of the ring light in their eyes. This is a really cool effect that you get with ring lights. You get this really interesting donut-shaped reflection in your subject's eyes. It makes for a really cool look. Now, Holgas were designed for shooting in bright sunlight. They have a fixed shutter speed of 1/100th of a second and an aperture of either f11 or f8. So when you're shooting in a studio, you're gonna need all the light and all the film sensitivity you can get. And that's why we used CineStill 800T for these photos. This is a great cinematic, high sensitivity, medium format film. You can also get it in 35. And actually, it worked out pretty well, bringing in our constant source LED lights, using the faster speed film made for some beautiful results. Now, if you don't have access to high speed film, you can use the bulb mode on your camera, just switch it there, and then just hold down the shutter, and as long as the shutter is held down, that's how long your exposure will be. Now, the one problem with this is if your model moves at all, it's gonna be blurry. But if you lock your Holga down on a tripod and you have your subject sit very still, you can get pretty similar images to the ones we got here. The key to nailing these exposures was bringing in a digital camera and mimicking the settings of the Holga on it, taking a photo and seeing if we were exposed correctly. And if our digital camera exposed correctly, we knew that the Holga film camera would get a similar result. So this is key when you're shooting with film in a studio setting. If you're not comfortable with your camera or you don't know from experience what you're gonna get with it, it's great to bring in a digital camera as a reference to make sure that you're nailing the exposures. Okay, that was a fun video where we shot with some really cool constant source RGBW+T lights in a studio setting, got some really creative portraits. If you'd like to learn more about either of these lights, click the links in the description below. And click right here to subscribe to our YouTube channel to get more videos just like this one. I'm Sean with Fotodiox.com and happy Holga Week.